House report recommends Liz Cheney be investigated for potential criminal witness tampering. Of course she did. Of course she did. We all know she made that stuff up when it came to January. A lot of stuff up when it came to January 6th. She is just as corrupt as her father, Darth Vader himself, Dick Cheney. But we're gonna talk about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news now. This comes from Breitbart from Joel B. Pollock, and he reports that a report Tuesday by the Republican majority on the House Committee on House Administration recommended that former Representative Liz Cheney be investigated, quote, for potential criminal witness tampering on the January 6th committee. The report, as Breitbart, the committee's second such report on the Capitol riot on January 6, 2021, found abuses by Cheney and the Democrat dominated committee, and also concluded that the committee was not constituted according to the law. Of course not. Why would Democrats follow the law, right? As Breitbart News has previously reported, Cheney was discovered to have communicated with the Democrats' star witness, Cassidy Hutchinson, without her attorney present. That's a big no-no. And Hutchinson's sensational claims that then President Donald Trump tried to wrestle the steering wheel of his presidential vehicle away from Secret Service agents to force them to drive to the U.S. Capitol during the riot were later refuted by the evidence. Their star witness was lying the entire time, so you had to throw out everything she said. But as Breitbart News also reported, the committee produced evidence in October from subpoenaed text messages that showed Cheney communicating with Hutchinson through former White House aide Eliza Farrell Griffin, now a member of the cast on ABC's The View. Yeah. I mean, these people are so corrupt, and now they're even in media. This is why that Alyssa Farrah Griffin, she's trying to pretend like she's some type of conservative when she's really not. Well, Cheney's role has led to a bar complaint against her, as well as a bar complaint against the left-wing dark money group called the 65 Project, which itself filed a bar complaint against Hutchinson's former attorney, Stephan Posantino. The latter is suing MSNBC's legal analyst Andrew Weissman for defamation over his false claim that Posantino coached Hutchinson to lie. The report also finds that the committee was improperly constituted, a point made in several lawsuits against committee subpoenas, as Breitbart News observed in 2021. This whole January 6th stuff is falling apart. We now know that the FBI had a bunch of informants there, and now this is happening. But the enabling resolution, H-Res 503, provides that the committee shall consist of 13 members, 5 of which shall be appointed after consultation with the minority leader. So those supposed to be 5 people that the minority leader approved. In this case, it would have been the Republican minority leader, who I can't remember who it is. I'm sorry at this time. But the committee only has 9 members, 7 of whom are Democrats, and only 2 of whom are handpicked anti-Trump Republicans. This is why they have that rule, so you couldn't have this in place, so you wouldn't be able to stack the deck like this. You at least have some oppositional people there. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi rejected the 5 members chosen by House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, an unprecedented step to ensure a one-sided inquiry. I mean, the Democrats, who call themselves the party of law and order, are anything but. You know, they break rules, they break laws all the time. But the report also finds that the January 6th committee, quote, neglected or withheld evidence from its final report and deleted voluminous records it should have preserved, as Breitbart News has reported. And then incoming Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, warned the committee to preserve its records in late 2022, but the committee destroyed some of the evidence it had gathered, potentially denying exculpatory materials to hundreds of January 6th defendants. I mean, despicable, despicable work. And there has been speculation that Cheney could receive a pardon from outgoing President Joe Biden to immunize her against further investigation and prosecution, least the Trump administration prosecute her for her committee role. But if she didn't do anything wrong, though, if she didn't break any laws, then what is she worried about, right? What is she what is she worried about? They say that the system is just and all of that stuff. This was Democrats were saying there's no such thing as lawfare, when it comes to Trump. But now all of a sudden that Trump is in office, they're worried about Trump coming after them. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.